Good evening, and welcome to the Friday night edition of Deadman's Tome. That's all I can do.
That was pretty good. All right, all right, all right. There you go. That's what you need. That's what you need. Um,
I don't need to be that guy. What, Matthew McConaughey?
but the ladies love him. They love him. They can't
They
get enough.
do,
of
We
him,
do.
You
they
know.
do, but
You know what's
I'm
funny
not
about that?
him.
He rides that line. He rides that line of being a creep because he has that. He has that kind of
Yeah.
greasy look about him. But the ladies still love him. He still has that charm. That's what you got to hit. If you could stay within that groove, you're good. You're golden. You're untouchable.
Absolutely true. Yeah.
So all right, ladies. How's it going? How's it going? All right, Deadmanstone Podcast. Your host, Mr. Deadman, Becky and SK. Uh, how you guys doing?
You
We're
know,
doing.
it's Friday night and we're here instead of out partying. How does that tell you
You
how
know what?
things are
We could be
going?
partying. Could be partying. I was
This
joking
is a
earlier in the
party.
pre-show.
This is a
Oh,
party. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
a
we're
party.
fun.
Yeah, we can make
Hey,
it a party. Let's,
I got
We're better than alcohol. I'm kidding.
mm,
oh, by the way, we have a guest tonight.
we do
Mark.
have a
You
guest.
do?
What is it? Oh, sorry. Paul Sheldon? Paul Sheldon.
Paul Sheldon.
No.
Paul Sheldon?
Really?
Really?
What?
Yep,
How's that
You
possible?
escaped?
I escaped.
Yay!
I didn't think that was even possible. But hey, here we
Neither.
go. We got a Paul Sheldon over here. Unless this is unless I totally botched the writing over here. But yeah, we got Paul Sheldon. So how's it like?
You probably botched it up.
Oh, oh, that's right. It's a Mark Sheldon. We got a Mark Sheldon over here.
Markle.
Greetings.
That's right.
Markle.
Now, don't worry, Mark. We'll give you a chance to introduce yourself, and we'll go into full length and detail about who you are and what you do. But first, a few announcements. Look, we have a private show coming on tomorrow. It is very important that, hey, if you guys, ladies, want to watch me embarrass myself for your entertainment, I'm saying taking shots of random liquids. It could be alcohol. It could be scope,
Drain cleaner.
drain cleaner,
Not drain cleaner.
toilet water. Yeah, I don't want to die.
Ugh.
Toilet water,
Nah, we don't want to kill him.
piss. It could
What?
be any of these things. My wife is handing me these shots, and I'm going to be blindfolded, and I'm taking them. Okay. But you can only
Blindfolded.
watch this. Yeah, she said I'm blindfolded.
I
Oh,
think
dear
I
God
made
in
some
heaven.
good suggestions.
You did.
You did.
Pickle
Didn't
juice?
somebody suggest raw
Just
eggs?
Mix them all together into a cocktail.
Oh my
That might
God.
happen. I can't stop her. I mean, my wife has the green light on whatever she wants. Also, my life insurance is we did change a plan. Now that I think about it, this might be
You
a
better
weird
change
time.
your beneficiary.
Oh
Did,
man,
did,
but
did the payout get suddenly increased recently?
yeah, it did
Yeah.
actually everywhere. Where I work and we have multiple life insurance. How is this possible? There might be something going on here. Oh man! But to catch
I
these
know.
live show
I
guys,
know what happened.
I think you do.
I do.
But hey, ladies
I
and gentlemen, if you want to catch the show, you got to be a patron. Go to patreon.com/deadmanstome. Just pledge $1, the best dollar you'll ever spend, and you'll see it.
Link is
Okay.
in the show notes.
All right. Any other announcements before we get started?
We have an open call.
Oh yeah, we do have an open call. Satan is your friend. Satan is your friend.
You say
And the
that
yeah,
like
this
it's
so-
a
door
pet.
is out.
It's a great thing.
What did
Oh
you
my
say,
God.
Becky?
And the Deep Fried Horror Father's Day edition e-zine is out, and
That
it is slap packed full of awesomeness.
slap pack full. That's right.
So tell me, Becky, where could somebody go to find out more about this call for submissions?
Mm-hmm.
You
Where
can
could we
go
go?
to deadmanstome.net,
Okay.
or you could go to our Facebook page, Deadman's Tome.
Mm-hmm.
There, it's posted both places. If you go to the website and just look under submissions, and it's the very first one. There's also a couple
Great.
of other ones there too.
Oh
that,
yeah, there's a
you know,
bunch.
we're
There's
looking.
a bunch. Kind of. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, and the Father's Day deep fried horror that's out. Like you said, the easine's out. You can go to patreon.com and see it there. Already get the paperback on Amazon, and we're talking about 14 stories, 2 poems. Yeah, it's fully loaded. Fully loaded. Probably the biggest issue
It's
we have put out.
amazing.
Does it come with
Yeah, I know. I
undercoating?
got excited. I got excited.
Does it come with
Hey.
undercoating?
Yeah.
I have
Maybe.
seen the print copy of this, and it is beautiful.
And thick. THIC.
It is.
Thick. Double C thick.
It
And
is.
nice. Yeah, oh yeah. Nice and big and juicy and meaty. Okay. All right. With that said,
This giant
And let's
throbbing
just what
volume.
the hell? It's pulsating.
Mark.
Oh my god.
Mark.
Okay, next.
All right. Let's contain ourselves. Come on. Mark Sheldon. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm an author. I most recently my book Sarah Killian, Serial Killer for Hire, the sequel is titled Sarah Killian, The Mullets of Madness, will be coming out in early July 5th. And that's my most recent work. I've also, before that, I wrote a series called The Norrisan Chronicles. And that was the first thing I'd published.
Wow.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Wait, you said it's Sarah Killian. The
Sarah
Mullets
Killian.
of Madness?
The Mullets of Madness, yes.
Well,
Mullets, like this
Like
is
the
the front
hairstyle.
part in the back.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Sweet. No, wait. So wait, how much research did you do on mullets causing madness? Like, did you do research? Like, is there a
Almost
study?
not.
did you
The
have to
title
go
just
undercover or anything?
No, I
He
did
went
almost no
south.
research on mullets causing madness, but the title was just too perfect to pass up on.
I love it.
How
That's great.
how often do you
He
see
grew one.
someone with a mullet?
Depends on where he lives.
Yeah, I do live in Southern California, but
Oh,
Oh.
not
there you
too
go.
often. But
Oh, I saw one today.
oh yeah,
I was
Maybe
gonna
that's
say
what
if
we're
you
talking-
live in Texas or Tennessee
I live in Texas.
or Alabama or
Yep.
yeah, you're more than likely to see one.
At the liquor store. When I saw, I was
did
like,
live in North
man,
Carolina for 3 years, so
Oh
Alright.
yeah,
More than
you'll
there
see
than
them
here.
there too.
all right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been writing?
ever since I was able to pretty much when
So 3 years.
pretty much right off in kindergarten, I was writing stuff, and before that, I was making stories up. So I've always been
Okay.
a storyteller.
Always been a
But-
storyteller.
Professionally,
So-
I've only been. It's been about 10 years that I've been actually publishing.
And before
Wow.
so you were writing other stuff before your 2 novels.
Yeah,
Or-
just
or
like
3.
I dabble. I work with like short stories and stuff like that. But the Norrisan Chronicles was the first thing I actually published.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, any particular influence?
Oh, so much. J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, Dean
Mm.
Koontz, Douglas Adams.
Hmm,
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's a good mix.
And do you
What
have a
was the
certain
very first
process?
story you ever wrote? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Well,
Sometimes.
in the first one I remember in kindergarten, I wrote a story about how the dinosaurs had been brought into existence by this magical crystal, and it was the destruction of this crystal that caused their extinction. That's the first thing I remember writing.
Sounds about right. It's not a meteor. Fake news.
Yes.
Exactly. The meteor thing is a cover-up.
Yep. For the crystal.
Conspiracy.
Telling you, man. Yep. You know what is crazy about that?
It's the flat earthers are trying to cover that.
Yeah.
The meteor.
That's the thing. The crazy thing about this is that we all know that the Earth is flat, guys. So how can a meteor hit it? If a meteor were to hit it, flip around.
It would spin like a top. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't happen.
Around with where it shows the dinosaurs all on the flat Earth, and the meteor hits it, and they go flying off into space, and that explains how they became extinct.
Oh.
And all the fossils are all fake. We know that, right? Fossils are manufactured.
Yeah, they're just
like in a factory in
plastic.
China. Yeah. Just look up rise of China.
So
and
if you dig very far into the earth, then you fall for it. It's not, you don't come out in China.
Well, no, China's just to the left.
Yeah. If you dig far enough, you just fall. You just fall right through. But don't worry, the government will stop you. They will stop you before you do that.
And the way that the way that you know that the fossils were made in China is, have you seen the Terracotta Army? They can totally pull that shit off.
Yep. I actually have seen the Terracotta Army, and yeah, they can.
Because that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So what the hell is this book about?
China.
Besides mullets.
So about the book.
Yeah, so Sarah Killian is a woman who works as a serial killer for hire. It's sort of an espionage horror mashup. So she works for the secret agency that does contractual killing, basically.
Oh.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Now, was the first book published by Crystal Lake?
Yes. That was published in.
I thought so, because I think I've read the first one. I don't think I've read the first one. Because that is so very familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sarah have the mullet, and is that what makes her a serial
No,
killer?
Sarah is terrified of mullets.
Oh, she should be.
They push her. They drive her insane.
Oh, they drive her insane.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a little PTSD.
So
she could get treatment for that. I'm just saying.
She could get treatment for a lot of things.
Okay, but why the name Sarah Killian or Killian?
That's actually where it started, because I was working for a music licensing company doing data entry, and
it must be hell.
It was even more redundant than your normal data entry, as in, like, every day I was entering the same songs over and over. So on this list of songs that I was entering every day, there was a Sarah McLachlan song, followed by, I forget who the second artist was now because it's been like 12 years, but the second artist was, their last name was Killian. So I was seeing Sarah McLachlan and this blank Killian person.
In the arms of an angel.
Okay. And,
that song, man. That song, everyone knows that song, right? Every time you hear it, you can't help but to cry.
I think it was
right?
that song, actually. So, so I was seeing Sarah Killian, and I started thinking, hey, that kind of sounds like serial killer. And it just sort of evolved into from there, the title, Sarah Killian, Serial Killer for Hire, just kind of came, and the rest just evolved naturally from that title.
That makes sense.
I started thinking, okay, so what would a serial killer for hire do? How would they, get contracts, and what kind of work would they be doing?
Well, killing, obviously.
Well, yes, but how would you make a serial killer into a hire thing?
Oh.
Black market sort of thing.
So does she still have her little hobby killings on the side? Or does
her contact with the agency that she works with, she's not allowed to kill outside of work. But her boss, if she gets the craving to go kill someone, in fact, the first chapter or the start of the second book, her boss gives her basically a one-off project to go kill somebody just to get it out of her system.
So, all right, I got a bunch of questions about this project.
I just before you do that, I just gotta say, if you love what you're doing, it's never work.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
Oh, and actually, before digging into the content of the book, really, with data entry for a record company, what sort of data do you like? I thought wouldn't it be all automatic? What were you doing, like trending song, like top song or something like?
It was basically they would have a list of songs that they were basically trying to sell to their clients, and we would have to go in and basically match up the songs, and if the songs weren't already in the database, we'd have to enter them in. So it was basically matching songs in our database to songs on the client request list. So we'd have two different lists and match them up. And then
that sounds that's weird. Sounds like a job.
Seems like they should be able to just run some SQL queries out of the database and get that shit.
Yeah. Not saying you'd be out of a job or anything, but it's just like,
I don't do it anymore. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a monkey could do it. No,
it was as tedious as it sounds.
Okay.
If not even more so.
Well, actually, before we get into the content of the book, are you making a living off your work?
Oh no, I'm now I'm working I do graveyard shift at a hotel, which pays the bills but gives me time to
bury bodies.
Yes. Do my writing and downtime.
Research.
Yes.
Research. That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
I often joke that my employers wouldn't necessarily let me get away with murder, but as long as I hid the bodies well enough and
and the rooms were clean,
raise any questions, they wouldn't ask any questions. So
yeah, they're probably not. I mean, okay, well I'll save those questions for later for the hotel, but let's dig into this. So let's get into the details of this book real fast. I like a little tease, for the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what drives her to kill? What's going on?
Okay, well, that gets a little bit into spoilery territory for
okay.
But she's basically her first official kill was when she was 16. She killed her boyfriend, and she's ever since then she's loved killing. It's her passion. She had killed 12 people before she was recruited by THEM. That's the Trusted Hierarchy of Everyday Murderers. And
the Trusted Hierarchy of Everyday Murderers?
Yes.
Nice.
How do you become a member of this?
You have to have killed...
No.
It's not a real thing.
Not.
Jesse, it's not a real thing.
It's
bullshit. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Yes. So she got recruited because she'd killed about 13 people without getting caught by the FBI, and that's a fairly important thing for them because they want their killers to be able to stay under the radar.
Wait, hold on. We got SK here. SK runs a show called Real Monsters where he talks about serial killers. He knows serial killers. Is that a good number? Is that a good record, SK?
That's right in the Ted Bundy range, actually. So that's not bad.
Yeah. All right.
Lucas and Lucas and Toole, they're like the record holders for this entire continent at somewhere around 260, and that's really rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
so
that's a solid number.
All right. She kills 13, right? 13 without getting caught. 13 without getting caught.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's like, I guess, noticed by this trusted hierarchy of everyday murderers?
Yeah, so the trusted hierarchy of everyday murderers is very good at what they do. They were founded by a man who's only known as Zeke, who was a serial killer in his past and then retired
and
to
Scientologist.
found. Yeah,
Like a
Yeah.
like Ezekiel? Well, okay, Zeke.
Zeke.
Is it?
Yeah, Zeke.
All right, Zeke.
So he founded it as a retirement plan for himself, basically. So he knows what to look for, and he hires people who are very good at tracking people down and gets the job done.
Cool. I like that.
And
Now,
Mhm.
oh, did have any sort of government agencies knocked on your door, like the NSA or FBI or something? I'm
Not
just
yet.
curious.
Have you noticed
search history-
paragraphs missing from your manuscripts ever?
No, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
All right, sorry.
Don't
Sorry to
scare
interrupt.
him.
You were talking. You were explaining about the. I guess.
So when she goes on assignment, they'll make her up. She'll go into this like it's sort of half plastic surgery, half prosthetic, to basically make her completely unrecognizable. And she develops whole personas. She creates profile for her serial killer character as well as for the character that she'll be playing in real to blend in with the society. So she has to create this whole basically duplicitous personality for herself to get
And this
away with
book
each
sounds
Well,
awesome.
I mean, she's an actress.
Yes.
What's my motivation? I don't feel like my character would say that line.
Yes. Very much.
Now we got a question in the chat, and I think I know the answer. But so the killings, are they random or are they specific people?
What was that?
Oh, are the killings, are they random or are they specific?
Since they're contractual, they're specific. Sometimes she has a little bit of leeway as to making it blurring off who the actual target is to make them blend in. So she'll kill a bunch of people to make the actual target less obvious. But she's contracted to not a specific person.
You know what? And it dawned on me. It dawned on me now. Once again, another episode
Oh Lord.
where we're talking a lot about killing, and I realized why these Deadman's Tome podcasts just are not able to be monetized. All this talk about killing and murder and stuff. That's why.
Why?
People love
that. People love that subject.
I know they do, but YouTube, I guess, wants to be family friendly. I guess I don't know.
Weird.
Oh, so we have to talk about family murders? There's just not enough
Yeah.
of them to do
Yeah.
a regular show.
Well, actually, let me see. Any family? Will she hunt down a whole family or like?
Actually, in
She can't tell you that.
Moments of Madness, she is going after a family of clan members. She doesn't kill children. Teenagers are open game, but she won't kill children.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to kill teenagers, even
Yeah,
their
exactly.
parents, especially their parents.
Mm-hmm.
In the first book, she was actually stationed at a high school to kill off some cheerleaders.
So to the employees of them, do they have like territories, like the head of murder in the western states or something like that?
So there's basically like two factions of the killers. There's the assassins, who are basically just go in, shoot them, or put poison in the drink and disappear. And then the serial killers for hire, who basically they're the more elaborate ones. They go in and stage these elaborate coups, basically, where they create a whole persona. They're in the area for months setting up this fake serial killer while they go after the target or targets.
Mm. So wait, just make sure to follow up on SK's question. Is there a UK branch of them?
Not at this time. They are just US.
Okay.
Okay.
Though I'm sure Zeke would not be opposed to branching
How
out into.
How does them interact? I mean, do they have any interaction with like drug cartels or other organized, crime?
Not really. They pretty much, Zeke just focuses on the killing for hire. Doesn't
Okay.
really get into the other.
Now, are there other agencies or other, secret shadow organizations that they run into, maybe compete with?
Not really organized so much. There's the main protagonist of the story is a former them employee who has been discommunicated. So he's sort of in the second one, he's building up his base of supporters to basically take them down. But they're pretty much, as far as organized serial killing for hire, they're the main dogs in the field.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
So does Zeke also offer protection services?
for his client, for the serial killers, yes. So basically, the way it works is because they also does a lot of work for the government as well. In fact, that was the project in the first book. They were actually hired by the school system that she was sent to get rid of these kids.
Wait. Hold on. Let me follow this. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
The U.S. government, the government sent her to the school to do a killing
of cheerleaders.
Yep.
Of cheerleaders.
Yes.
I mean, I've heard of Mean Girls before, but they must have been pretty bad.
They sent her to kill off some goth kids who they were thinking were going to
we don't need
create
goth kids.
You're right. There have been some stories going around that the goth kids were going to do a Columbine situation, basically.
Oh, so she
the government sent her
Columbine.
in to get rid of them, and that she then went after the cheerleaders.
But it's never the goth kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
the closest thing to the goth kids was like the Trenchcoat Mafia, and they were just that whole thing was stupid. Anyway,
losers.
Yeah, losers.
The Trenchcoat
Becky,
Mafia.
Do you have any questions?
What?
Do you have any questions,
Not
Becky?
at the moment.
What? No?
Not at the moment. What? The Trenchcoat Mafia? What the hell is that?
The
Columbine kids.
Oh, okay.
That's
what they call
the name.
themselves.
Their super group. They're called the Trenchcoat Mafia because they wore trench coats, but they weren't.
I was in high school at that time, and I was in a group of friends who wore trench coats even before that became popular. So, like the year after, on the anniversary, everyone started spreading rumors that we were going to do a repeat.
Oh God!
That's actually where a lot of the motivation for the first book came from. Because
you know what?
It turned out that the kids that were being targeted weren't actually doing anything. It was just stupid kids the cheerleaders spreading rumors about them.
So now it comes out.
Yeah.
There we go. That's where the cheerleader thing comes out.
There we go, right there. There's the angle, huh? But yeah, I was also in high school when the Columbine happened. I think like junior or whatever. But I was wearing a duster. Like it's pretty much trench coat, but a Western one or whatever. But I was wearing that. I was wearing that even afterwards. People were like, "Oh my God, you could do what?" They would joke about it. The joke was like, "Man, I'm not gonna do anything."
Yeah, that's
Even though they would
what
tell me to
Adam
take
says.
it off, I'd keep it on anyway. But real rebel I was.
The Carhartt Rebel.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, poor Jesse.
Mhm. Ah. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
man.
this chick, the Sarah Killian, does she have any daddy issues?
Oh yes, her
Okay.
father was abusive, so that's
Oh
a
yeah. I
lot.
mean, that's gonna happen.
And her father had a mullet. That's where her hatred of mullets comes
There
from.
we go. Rocking the mullet.
Yep.
But set a bad example for other mullets. You know what? I'll grow a mullet.
Jesse, God damn it! I knew he was gonna fucking say that. No,
She also
you
blames
cannot
her.
grow a
She
mullet.
blames a lot on the fact that she knows the details of her conception. She was conceived on a small world ride on grad night Disneyland,
Oh
Oh,
wow!
wow.
and the fact that she knows that she blames for why she became a serial killer. Not just that she knows the details of her conception.
Well, yeah. That would drive anyone to kill.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy, the world's not the only small thing.
Yep, that's what her mother would
Wow.
say whenever she wanted to get a jab in at him.
Wow.
All right.
And
Oh.
Jesse's growing a mullet. Wow.
Well,
No.
No,
well, we got to talk about that.
you don't want to do that. See, Sarah Killian doesn't like mullets, Jesse. You can't woo her with a mullet when she's afraid of them.
I don't think you can woo
Patty,
her. I mean,
don't think Patty liked
okay.
the idea of you growing a mullet.
Well, I'm my own man. All right, I'm a free man.
Right.
Not really.
No,
Yeah.
you're not. Because
That's what
Mama
I'm
told you
thinking
you
my
couldn't
wife would
wax
like
your
that.
crack. You ain't even. Your mama done told you you couldn't wax your crack, and now you tell your mom you're gonna grow a mullet. She will box your ears.
Maybe what I should do is not talk to my mama. Maybe that's what I should do. Not even ask her, just do it.
Your
Oh,
mama
any
will have
feedback?
your head.
I know, right? Good luck. What sort of feedback have you received on your series? Because it sounds awesome. I mean, this series sounds fucking killer.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
But yeah, what sort of feedback have you received?
The first book has gotten almost all positive reviews on Amazon and Goodreads, and so it's been very, very positive. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the second one does. I've got
Alright, that's
the
cool.
third one is all in my head, but I'll be getting to it at some point.
Okay. Now, and do you have a process in how you write? Like, do you plot it out, or you just sort of like wing it
Normally,
as you
yes.
go?
Normally, I am a very organized plotter. I sketch everything out ahead of time. With this series, I very specifically wanted to do something to not do that. So I've basically, ever since starting with book one, I had the beginning and the end all in my head. I haven't done any sketching or plotting. I basically just sit down and start writing, which has been a different process, but it's interesting, and it kind of lends to Sarah's personality, because she's very, very blanking on the word I'm looking for. But
Erratic?
yeah, erratic. That's good. Yes. So it blends well to her personality, because the book is told from the first person point of view, so it makes sense for her to be that sort of spontaneous.
That would I have never really done much first person because it feels very limiting to me.
It was very difficult, but it also it was almost necessary for this character, because like I said, it all sprung up from the title, and once that title sprang up, the first chapter of the first book just kind of wrote itself, and it was just her talking and being her erratic self. So it had to be first person for this one.
But I want to say, hey, Becky, do you have some
Yes,
like
sir.
feedback? Do you have feedback going on right now, or like I'm getting some?
I was hearing a bit, but now it's gone.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Sorry.
No worries.
All
I
right.
don't hear anything,
Okay,
No,
wait.
it's
but I never do.
Are you juggling
Oh.
eels or something?
That's
No.
a nice talent. That's a good talent.
Not just anybody can do that.
Uh-huh. Takes some skill,
I
real
don't
skill.
think I could juggle
Dead eels or live
anything.
eels?
Well, live.
Oh, they have
live,
live.
of
They have to be
course.
live.
Okay.
Dead is like a training ground. Becky's an expert.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Patty said to tell you that if you grow a mullet, she's sending clippers and razors and scissors to your mama.
I bet
That'd be interesting.
I bet Jesse's mom already has all of that.
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
the
if
bowl
not-
too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That'd be interesting.
Ken
You know what? I'd
Stark-
do just that.
Ken Stark said, if anything can drive us to kill it, it's the incessant earworm of It's a Small World After All. I dare you to play it.
Oh man. Hey, you know what? It's good to hear from Ken Stark. It's been a while since I've seen him in the chat, and he's probably been busy on another material. He's a busy guy too. It's
Yeah.
good to hear from you.
We like all our chat peoples.
We do.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of which, make sure you smash that like button, share, subscribe. It helps out. It helps out.
Ken says, play it now.
It can't.
Copyright and copyright.
Disney.
The Disney
can't make
beast.
that a
The mouse
heartbeat.
will be knocking on our doors.
Yes. They'll be
Oh,
knocking on our
Lord.
door faster than FBI would.
Yeah.
Speaking of
They
which-
got a great big mousy jackboot.
They got a great big mousy what?
Jackboot.
Oh, that is
Jackboot.
not what I thought you said.
Listen with your ears and not with your, prejudices.
Oh my God.
So
It wasn't anything prejudice I thought you said either, but
so Mark Sheldon, how much research did he have to do with killing and getting rid of the body and stuff like that?
And did you practice?
I did not practice. There wasn't too much research as far as that goes. I did a lot more research as far as like locations and figuring out, because where I'm dispatching her to, I would do a lot of research about the towns there, so I could figure out the layout and where she would be going and stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as her disposing of the bodies, that was pretty much just making it up as I went along.
Okay. Well, but as a serial killer, she would not necessarily want them hidden.
Yes, exactly. So usually she doesn't. There in the sequel, there are a few cases where she has to dispose of the bodies, and them actually has an entire team that comes in to basically they completely dismantle this body and dissect it and break it up into small compartments and then get rid of it.
Okay. So wait, they have a whole team that does that?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty cool. A well-organized, well-oiled machine right there.
We have a question from the chat from Patty. Does she have any living dates or any kind of relationship besides dead partners? It's a really good question.
That is.
Actually, she does. Her serial killer persona before she was hired by them was the praying mantis. She would basically sleep with men and then kill them afterwards.
Oh,
she's not a relationship, long-term relationship kind of girl. She can't usually can't stand men.
Is she even a short-term relationship kind of girl?
Yeah, she, like I said, she would sleep with guys on the first date and then pretty much just kill them right there. She can't really go much past stand men much beyond that. She had one relationship which lasted for a while with an assassin in them, and that went very badly. And ever since then, she hates all assassins.
Oh yeah, all assassins are dicks.
But they're asses.
And they ride
the
bicycles.
word starts with 2 asses, so
they ride bicycles. They're that bad.
Okay. Yeah, trying to share the street with the. No, you're not sharing the street with me.
Boom.
You better stay in your lane. You better stay in that bike lane, son. Oh man. Okay. So okay. Like, what was the process of getting accepted by Crystal Lake? Because that's a big feat right there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So before back when Crystal Lake was first starting out, I had done a short story for one of their anthologies through Joe, and that's basically how I got my foot in. And when Joe first opened up Crystal Lake to open submissions the first time around, he sent out an email to everyone who had done short stories in the past, and I submitted a couple books. The other was a book called The Motif, which is basically The Ring, but instead of a videotape, it was an MP3 music file.
Oh, that's cool.
I have
a music file, just like an MP3 file, like a podcast, like just someone just talking, or was like embedded in the music. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have not found a home for that one yet, but I'm still hoping to. I might self-publish it if I don't get any bites on that one. And then the second book I submitted was Sarah Killian, which they jumped on.
Okay. And Sarah Killian. This Sarah Killian book, is it available like everywhere?
Yep. Amazon most likely won't be in like your local bookstores unless you special order it, but it will be available to them.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Now, and you said you're working on the third one right now, right?
It's in my head. I haven't started writing. My mom died in December, so I'm not quite in the place to be really visiting Sarah Killian.
Right.
That committed at this point, but I will be writing it once I'm able.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you got to be in the right place for that. Well, I mean, do you write in other genres as well? I mean, have you thought about it?
Yeah, the Norrisan Chronicles, the first series I wrote, was more sci-fi. It was sort of sci-fi fantasy. Basically, I would describe it as a mashup of Harry Potter meets the X-Men and the Da Vinci Code.
Okay.
Cool.
So I get the Harry Potter and the X-Men part. So they all have wands, but they're like special powers. Like one has like storm ability, one has like fireballs, one has like
it's basically like
super claws.
It was basically like, Harry Potter, the sort of mystery intrigue of Harry Potter but in Professor Xavier's school.
Oh.
That means one boy has the wand that can take the clothes off, right? Wait, that was
I mean, the most unbelievable thing about Harry Potter is that nobody used Wingardium Leviosa on the skirts. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Teaching a bunch of teenage boys.
They need a Porky's version of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They need a Porky's version of that. Yeah. That would be great.
The real story of Harry Potter.
We need to know what's going on. What is the college like? The college level of that, because we just got whether like in grade school or something, high school, whatever, but like the college level of their wizard school. As you can tell, I'm very knowledgeable about Harry Potter, right?
They have the
I know
stick
a little bit.
thing, and they make
get-
spells and whatever.
I watched the movies, like the last one. It just looked like, they're shooting this white goop out of the wand. They were all doing it. I'm like, what is this? What's
Wand
going on?
come.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All these, just yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. And Harry never used that cloak of invisibility to go into the girls' locker room, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, never.
Bullshit.
He's a good. He would never do that, even at his age.
Like I said,
Mhm.
completely unrealistic.
Completely, very okay. Well, that's exciting. I could check out. I mean, well, good. I mean, I want to see the third book. I want to get a hold of that, but you have to work on it.
Yeah.
But
I do have
when you start getting the ball rolling on it,
Yeah,
and
that it does tend to be the process, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, how long does it take you?
The first draft of Sarah Killian 2 took me a couple months, month and a
Oh,
half.
okay. No,
That's not bad.
Yeah. The first Sarah's a very difficult character to write, just because I have to get into her headspace, and it's not a very pleasant place to be because she's a sociopath. So it does usually take me. I
Yeah.
usually have to. The first book
you
took me about a year, I think, because I was writing it in stages because I kept having to take a break to do something a little less intense.
Yeah.
So, do you think you've known any sociopaths in your life? Not like serial
My
killers.
ex.
So many people say that.
I might have known one.
There's a reason.
One of my exes.
I think everybody knows
writing
someone
in first
who's a
person.
sociopath to an extent.
Everybody knows more than they even imagine.
Yeah.
Current estimates are that 25% of the U.S. population are sociopaths.
Makes sense.
It's probably more than that. If you really think about
I'm
it.
surprised it's that low.
I think a sociopath would take that study. I mean, it's based on.
It's not. They don't volunteer that information, by the way.
Do they? They don't. I mean,
No.
probably not. Am I a sociopath? No, I'm not a sociopath.
It's an extrapolation from a subset of data, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not on the census form. We can't ask you if you're a citizen, but we can ask you if you're a sociopath.
Yeah, look at that, right? Mm. One thing I wanted to ask you about the writing first person before we move on from this book, but so when you do that, like, are there certain things, like certain interests that Sarah Killian has that like you just don't identify with? Because how do you separate the character from you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I don't love killing people, but
Oh, no.
Well, obviously you have to say that.
I did. Yeah.
For legal reasons.
She does have her. She's very sarcastic, so I gave her that, and I sort of drew a lot of her personality from like Buffy and Sydney from Alias. So I sort of kind of molded her around that, so I would have some interest for myself as well. So she's got a lot of quirk to her, which makes her fun to write, and also a lot of people have responded that it makes her fun to read her as well, as opposed to just being a straight up sociopath.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha.
Patty has a question, and I'm just going to paraphrase it. Is when you are writing her character, do the moods that you're writing rub off on you? I mean,
and like I said, that's why I kind of had to with the first book. I had to write it in stages because I would get too melancholy and depressed writing
You know, it's just
Wanna
a
kill-
story, right?
writing from that point of view too much.
Yeah. Are you writing a journal? You know?
It felt like it sometimes.
Oh man. Oh well. Well, that's yeah. Hopefully the NSA is not listening.
Well, of course they
Are you worried about your browsing history?
Every writer's browsing history is something to be worried about.
Yeah. All right. That's one constant joke. It's like, yeah, we're probably all on the list.
Yeah.
All of us. All right. All right.
So,
Well,
so do you have any younger family members that you worry about reading your stuff? Like
Well,
kids or nieces and nephews?
all of my nephews are under 10. I don't have any children at this point, but all of my nephews are under 10, and I certainly wouldn't want them reading my books at this stage of their lives. But later in life, I wouldn't be bothered by it.
oh, you'll be
I
okay.
was reading Dean Koontz when I was in 5th or 6th grade.
Wow. See what that does to you, kids?
Yeah, exactly.
And people say it's marijuana. No. Don't get your kids started on horror.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay though. Even to read that, hell, there's even kids books about I've seen kids books about crack moms and like stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's like, what are you talking about? How's that a kid's book? How's that a kid's book? But is it? Do you think it's time for the news, SK? You think it's time for the news, Becky?
I think it's time.
Think it's time?
It's
Sure.
All right.
Where are we gonna start, Becky?
This is really interesting.
The drunk driver.
Alrighty.
It's me? It's not me,
So
is it?
that's funny.
Not this time.
No, it's not you. But I have to say that Wes sent me this, and he said it was me. So keep that in mind when I read this to you.
Okay.
Okay, the headline says, police, South Carolina woman stopped for driving drunk on toy truck.
How did
And
you
yeah,
get all the way
we
to
heard that.
on a toy truck?
Wow.
My
A-
question is,
a South-
Becky, how did you get all the
Yes,
way to
that's-
South Carolina before being stopped?
Yeah. Good question. I drove at night. I don't know.
Wait.
Oh, she doesn't
What's the
remember.
toy truck?
It's a blackout scenario. She doesn't even remember.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
A South Carolina woman who police say was driving drunk will not be cited with DUI because her vehicle of choice was a toy truck.
There you
But
go.
what kind of toy truck are we talking about? Is it like electric
A Power
power?
Wheels electric toy truck.
Wow.
They said they
Wait a
spotted her
second.
cruising down the road in a Power Wheels electronic toy truck after
Probably
a caller
going to get more
reported
beer.
a suspicious person on the street. That's exactly
That is
what I
amazing.
thought too. She
Yeah,
didn't
that's a
want to
beer
have
front.
to walk, and yeah. So she got the kids' Power Wheel. Now I will admit that if you attach a jump box to one of those, they will go fast.
Yeah, they can.
And I am not explaining how I know this.
Do they go that fast with a full-grown adult in it though?
They would
Well, yes.
Okay.
again without explanation.
I am not
Right.
explaining why I know this. And yes, there was probably beer involved. So, yeah,
Nice.
there's that one.
That's good.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah, West finds good ones. So the next one is just the next one is the Ryder Trauma Center picture. SK.
Gotcha.
The next one is. Oh,
9-year-old girl sets herself on fire
Oh,
while
gosh.
playing with a lighter.
how did she
A
set
9-year
herself on fire from
Her
just
clo-
playing
I'm
with a
gonna
lighter?
expl-
Her
I'm
clothes,
gonna
almost
explain
certainly.
it. A 9-year-old Florida girl accidentally set herself
Florida.
on fire while playing with a lighter and a bottle of rubbing alcohol.
Oh, Jesus.
Shut up.
I kid you not.
What?
She had second-degree burns on her arms and legs and covering roughly 30% of her body after flames engulfed her Thursday evening at around 7 o'clock.
Oh.
It's believed at some point she must have ignited the bottle of alcohol, dropping it on the floor, which then caused the flames to come up her lower extremities. The girl's
Oh,
foster mom, who
my.
was outside playing with other kids, heard her daughter's terrified screams and rushed inside.
Wait, back up. Did you say foster mom?
Yes, sir.
So she wasn't already in CPS custody and was it a foster mom? Because that's usually how that works. That's usually how,
It doesn't.
unless
It
she was
does
adopted,
not
but
say.
that's not. Yeah.
The foster
If
mom
she's a
will not be charged in connection to the incident, which has been ruled as accidental.
no, neglectful. What? Oh man, no.
Well,
How
No.
I
did
mean,
she get a
yeah.
hold? She's 9. How did she get a hold of a lighter? Why was there a lighter where she could get a hold of it?
oh, for heaven's sakes. I was playing with matches in the fireplace much younger than that.
Yeah. But it's now like the age where like you accidentally make a mistake, it's like abuse and neglect. It's like she was playing with a bottle of rubbing alcohol and lighting fluid at
And
the
she,
foster parent's house.
yeah,
Where was the foster mom?
looking after the
She was
other
outside
17
playing with the other
children.
kids. The girl's foster mom, who was outside playing with the other kids, heard her daughter's terrified scream. Oh, I got this. Why
You
did
got this?
that doesn't make sense? The
Uh,
girl's foster mom, and then she said heard her daughter's terrified screams and rushed inside.
mhm, mhm.
Well,
No, the question is,
the
she
good
was.
news is, I mean, this is a
Yeah,
horrific thing, but only second degree burns. And that's pretty
only.
fortunate. That's pretty damn
Yeah.
fortunate for something like
Mm-hmm.
this. I mean, you can get second degree burns laying out on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you get a sunburn and it starts to blister, that's a second degree burn. So that's what we're talking about here. And it's horrific and it's bad, but oh my God, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Her
That's,
condition is stable at the moment,
Yeah.
so
Um,
that's a good thing.
very good thing.
Oh man.
But bless her
It's,
heart, I can't imagine.
But and
I-
part of that
it-
is probably because alcohol does burn cooler than a lot of flammable materials.
mhm.
um, the other thing is, it's kind of hard to say because she's 9, but it is Florida. Is this like proof that there's something in the water there from birth?
I don't think it was the water. I think it was the rubbing alcohol.
Honest to God, kids have been setting shit on fire and accidentally catching themselves on fire since, the first two sticks were rubbed together.
Yeah,
And she
that's
got
true.
off pretty
Point.
lucky.
If
She
I had
did.
set something on fire, my mama would have beat the living hell out of me.
The foster mom got off lucky too,
Hmm.
because
Yes, she did.
yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. What's the next one?
This one's hard to read. 6-year-old boy dies while standing in lunch line at Bronx school.
This is like the depression hour. What is this? Kids
Yeah.
dying,
No,
burning on fire. Okay, wait, what's the story?
A 6-year-old boy whose throat was slashed by his mother in April died at his Bronx school Friday while suffering breathing problems standing in line for lunch in the cafeteria. It was the child's second day at the school. He
Okay,
was
wait.
found unconscious and unresponsive inside the crowded cafeteria. He was
Okay.
rushed to. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to clarify. So, his mom slashed his throat with a knife, and but that
April.
was like I guess in April, and was treated, and now he's in school and he's couldn't breathe.
Yeah. I get the impression that he went back to school too soon.
Yeah.
It was it was his second day back, and they said that he collapsed and was rushed to the medical center and was pronounced dead. They called
Well,
the code blue over the intercom and they tried to resuscitate him, but
Wow.
Patty's right. Friday night blues. Yes. But yeah,
God,
and if that mom,
what the fuck happened to this mother? Cut her own goddamn son's throat? Jesus Christ. She
oh
you know
wow,
what,
it gets even better.
you know what she
He
needs?
and his 2-year-old sister both
What?
had their throats slashed with a box cutter by the mom.
Jeez Louise.
She didn't have. Wait. The mom still doesn't have custody of these kids. There's no way.
No, not a chance, right?
She
Right?
left. She left the children bleeding and showed up at the 42nd precinct station house, covered in blood and allegedly holding the same blade she used on her children. Go ahead and arrest me, she said.
Fucking psycho. Yeah.
Whoa.
These kids are in the place with
Yeah.
family. The relatives are in foster, probably with relatives.
Mm-hmm.
But
It doesn't say.
no, I'm telling you from experience what usually happens there.
Right.
Well,
Uh,
you got to think
and
if the kid was in foster care, they would have mentioned it.
they would have mentioned it, so it's probably placed with a relative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, believe it or not, that's usually the first thing that Child Protective Services does. Okay, can we place with relatives? And if not, because they check backgrounds and because the state's involved, at least from the perspective of Texas, if you have just about anything on your record, it's like, no, we can't place there because the state doesn't want to get sued. But yet,
Yeah.
the state will still get sued for whatever. But they try not to. Anyway.
Well,
But
that was fun.
yeah, no, that's depressing. That's depressing.
Here, I'm gonna put something a little funner up on the screen now.
Oh, is
What's on
that
the
our
screen now? Caption contest?
No, the Nike tweet.
Oh, sweet.
It's
Hi, Nike store.
yeah.
I've bought these sport. Wait a second. I bought these
what
sports
Nike
briefs,
tweet?
and although I'm enjoying the freedom, all the branding is
Oh.
upside down. Oh God.
I hope that's a real thing.
I don't know if it is or not, but I screamed when I saw that. That was really funny.
Oh, that looks real. That looks 100% real. I want to believe it. It better be real.
It's on the
You would wear
internet.
them. You would wear them, wouldn't you? Big Daddy J
Mm,
has to get him a pair of them.
nah. I did the mullet, but this
This and a mullet
and a mullet. Oh, come on,
and cowboy boots.
And we want pictures.
come on.
And we
There
want
has to be a
pictures.
price for that. There has to be a price for that. That can't be freebie.
You
That can't be a
just
freebie.
name it. I'll make it happen.
You mean the price?
Patty says Tom's from Florida. It's real.
Oh my God. It is? Probably. Let's fact check that.
I don't need
I want
any
to know what
more.
the price is.
Oh, the
Well,
fact checking team came back. Yeah, he's definitely from Florida.
I want to know what the price is. Don't be changing the subject, Daddy J.
You could
I
get,
don't know. Like,
if you go to the Nike, store at the discount mall, you can get them for $11.95.
okay. Wait.
I
So
hear.
Becky's wanting to know what the price is for me to wear
Oh.
these with a mullet and take pictures and put on the
And
internet.
cowboy boots. No, I didn't say anything about taking pictures and putting them on the internet.
On the show.
Well,
There's a price.
What is
Well,
that
isn't
price?
there
We wanna
always?
I
know.
gotta figure out what that price is. I don't know. I'm thinking pretty
2,000
high.
subs?
I was like $2,000. What the? I'm doing this. I'm gonna embarrass myself. Jesus. To this degree.
Yeah. The first time you've ever embarrassed yourself, it's gonna be.
Oh yeah. This will definitely be a private show.
That's a meeting for private show. Damn.
Speaking of private shows, it's caption contest time.
Yay!
Right. Caption contest. What's the
I
caption
like those
contest?
pictures.
I can think what that price is. 2,000 subs. I get back. I can be. I gotta consult my attorney.
You
I
better
gotta consult my
Alright.
agent. Yeah.
You better consult the midgets. They're the ones that are going to be trimming the heads. They trim it.
So Markle Sparkle, have you seen the image for our caption contest?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Becky's gonna read
you know
the contesting captions.
Yeah,
well,
as you can probably guess.
I want to know what his caption is first for
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Mark.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of one.
And that's Jesse, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him that you can see the running theme that apparently I don't have a problem with them making fun of me. The joke's at my expense. It's kind of part of the show, it's part of the whole thing.
You told us which one to use.
Yeah. It's like I do it on purpose.
Let's see here. What happens in Mario Land stays in Mario Land.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's good.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Right.
Mine would be, where's Mario's left hand?
Oh.
I can't tell you.
I don't think it's very much a secret.
So I'll be
That
going
look on your
down
face
to
kinda tells it all.
LeBaird's Gay Club down in Houston. I'll be going down there doing a live stream.
Is SK going with you?
IRL streaming. Who SK? Is
Yeah.
He's in Seattle.
Well, he
I
can go with you.
Okay,
So?
sure. SK, want to go to LeBaird's?
I'm busy that
the
night.
gay bar.
That's okay. I'll go whenever
I'll
you're
go
not
with you.
busy. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be great. Yeah, but anyway, but captions.
All right. Introducing the long-lost third Mario brother. Mario and Luigi don't let him come to the Mushroom Kingdom for obvious reasons.
There's Mario, Luigi, and there's Wario. I don't know what I would be.
Oreo? I don't know.
I don't know. Oreo. Patty in the chat.
No.
Patty in the chat also noticed that Luigi's boot is missing too. It's real busy down there. It's real busy.
It looks, yeah.
Just,
Only Mr. Deadman knew what really went on in the Mushroom Castle.
why do you think the princess leaves? She doesn't get kidnapped. She's running away. She doesn't want to come.
She didn't run away. Y'all killed her. You didn't need her anymore, so y'all killed her. We know.
Oh,
The
damn.
next one
That's
is
a dark chapter.
yeah. Don't tell anyone how many times I fell off Rainbow Road looking for a glorious pot of gold.
It's the reason why I don't play Mario Kart on a live stream. It would be embarrassing. It'd be so embarrassing.
I'm sorry, Mario, but the gangbang is in this castle.
Okay.
And then somebody put a picture of a dancing mushroom. Except it doesn't look so much like a mushroom.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they do look like toadstools. That's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I think
that's all of them.
I think the winner here would be the gangbang one. That was
the
last one.
Yeah, the last one. That was a winner.
That was your buddy Mike Ianbach.
Mikey.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes, that's good. Good job. You delivered. All right. Well,
he's funny as hell.
So Sheldon, you got a favorite horror movie?
Favorite horror movie? Too many to count, but most recent one I saw. Most recent one I loved was Quiet Place.
Oh,
okay.
I also have a soft place in my heart for the Happy Death Day movies, but those are more comedy than horror.
Happy Death Day, yeah, those are pretty good. But Quiet Place is a good one as well.
Yeah.
You know, my only complaint with the Quiet Place, and I said this before, is that it's one of those movies where the whole thing could have been avoided if the girl just would have listened to her fucking dad.
Yes.
Just listen to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know she can't listen because she's deaf, but you
still
pay attention.
Yeah.
Heed your parent. If she needed him.
And how old is she again?
14? Teenager?
Yeah. I swear to God, teenage girls are responsible for more movie deaths than any serial killer.
Yep.
That is true. I mean, that opening scene, man, like she got that stupid toy rocket, and the son played. Oh, God dang it! That kid's death is on her. Blood is on her hands on that one.
Yep.
It's just so when I walked out from that movie, I was like, it was good. I liked it, but all these deaths were for bullshit. Man.
Yeah.
What else? Oh,
well.
What was
the last? Oh, favorite author. I was gonna think about the last movie I saw, but yeah, that's a good one. Favorite author.
Who's
What's
not
your favorite author?
You can't say Stephen King. He's been banned.
Yeah, no Stephen King.
He can too.
No.
No.
Yes, he can.
I'll edit it out in post-production.
Everyone says King.
I won't let him. You say who it really is.
King Kuntz.
This was
my first horror.
Like King.
The gateway drug.
Yeah. King Kuntz was my gateway drug to horror. Yeah, so.
Cool. Good choice. Cool. Good pick.
Still reading him?
Yeah. Not as much as I used to, but I do still read.
All right. What's your favorite Dean Koontz novel?
That was still the first one I read of his was Dragon Tears, and that's still my favorite.
Oh, nice. I have that one signed and numbered in the slipcase, and it is beautiful.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll have to take you some pictures of it and send them to you.
Yes,
it's really a beautiful book.
So you know where to find it when you break in and steal it.
Damn it, SK. It's been a long time since I've said that.
Ah, it's been so long. I missed that.
You got it out of her. Look at that.
He did. Oh Lord.
Wow.
What
I
am I
know,
gonna
we're
do,
kind of-
y'all?
You guys have any other questions for our guests? Because we're kind of wrapping up to the end here.
Maybe he has questions for us.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, we
Oh,
got
I do
some
have
time.
one other. I do have one thing to say though.
Okay.
All right.
Mark, we have a monthly e-zine, and
Okay.
we would love to have a story from you sometime.
Sure.
The subject is horror, and
Okay.
write anything. Scare me if you
All right.
can.
Sounds good.
Okay, now, do you have any questions for us? Anything you want to know?
All right. What's your favorite horror books for each of you?
Ooh,
Jesse?
good one. Well, one of my favorites is still American Psycho. If I like that.
I don't actually read much horror. But I have read one of my favorite books, actually, dun dun dun, is Stephen King, The Stand, which I think
Oh,
is
nice.
one of the best novels, around ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mine,
that is amazing.
well, I've got a couple. One of my absolute favorites is Header by Edward Lee.
Okay.
It's the very first book that I ever read that made me go, "Oh my God, what the hell?" But my absolute favorite book is The Loveliest Dead Girl by Ray Garton.
Oh.
Absolutely love that book.
Yeah, he's a good
If you
author.
haven't
too.
read it, yeah, he really is. And if you haven't read that, I recommend it highly.
Awesome.
I have a new variation on the book question.
Okay.
What book have you read the most times?
Hitchhiker's Guide to
Oh,
the
that's
Galaxy.
easy for me.
Hitchhiker's Guide. Ah, good one.
That's easy for me.
What is it, Becky?
The Lord of the Rings.
Mm.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
And that was read to me as a child. My dad would read a chapter or two when I was going to bed every night. He'd sit on the side of my bed and read to me, thinking that it would make me go to sleep. I mean, it really backfired and bit him in the butt because I would beg for, please read another chapter. And he was like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you gotta read the boring books. That's where he made the mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he read me that, and he read me The Hobbit, and he read me, The Sword of Shannara, and all of
Should have read
that.
you the Bible.
So that'll do it.
read you the Bible and go over the parts where
The list of
The
names.
Begats.
yeah, list of names.
The Adamites, the Levites,
Jesus.
and the Jebusites and termites.
Part that
Yeah.
everybody skips. Nobody. Yeah. Okay.
Termites. Yeah.
The question is the last book you read the most, right?
Yeah.
The
No,
book that you've read the
not
most.
what in your life. Which book have you read the
in my
most?
life.
Yeah.
And don't
Counting
say green
for
eggs and
kids?
ham.
Well, I want to be honest. It's a book,
Go
and
Dog
I've read it
Go.
a lot. Go Dog
But
Go.
you read it to your kids.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I'd be like one of the Lovecraft collections. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's just a collection of Lovecraft books or stories. Would read that a
Nice.
lot. Read that a lot.
Have you ever read the kids the Golden Years book? There's a monster at the end of this book.
Yes.
I love that book. I don't know why, but I do.
It's a good one.
I used to have a friend that had a little girl, and I would read that to her. and she would just laugh when we got to the end of it.
That's cool. And I would read in like the characters' voices too. That's what I tried to do.
Yeah, I did too. I think that's probably why she likes it.
Ken Stark, Penthouse Forum does not technically qualify as a book. It might very well be what he reads the most of, but it's not a book.
He doesn't read it, Ken. He looks at the pictures.
It's all about the articles of clothing that are missing.
Yes.
Full of shit too.
And Patty says, or what I guess her last book she read was Mr. Deadman Made Me Do It, which is an anthology we have out. One of our newer ones.
It's a good one too.
That might be one of our more brutal anthologies because it's kind of demented. You know, when I thought about the submission call, I was like, this would be okay. But then when I started reading the stories, like, wait a second. All these stories are pretty much saying Mr. Deadman's telling all these people to do all these murders and shit.
Well, that is kind of what you told him to do.
Yeah. And I was like, so in the beginning of the book, I was like, for legal reasons, this is a fictional Mr. Deadman.
Yeah. That was funny. When I read that, I was rolling.
Yeah. See, according to that book, Mr. Deadman convinced a Catholic schoolgirl to go slaughter all her schoolmates, convinced kids to start setting the house on fire and slaughtering their parents, convinced a incel to try to shoot up a school.
Wow.
But don't it does not end the way you think. Yeah, okay. Just pretty dark stuff.
I find it all pretty funny because you can't get your own kids to do shit.
No.
How are you talking all these people into doing these bad things?
I don't know. Wait.
Because he's bad.
My attorney tells me to say it's not me. It is whatever this mystery is.
It's the midget.
It's all fiction.
It's this other Mr. Dead.
No relation to characters living or dead.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, and Damascus, the guy that did the cover, has a story in it, and it's really good too. And he's going to be on the podcast in a couple of weeks.
He will be. Cool. You know, it'll be like first time I talk to him. You know, he's been pretty much like the cover guy for a while, and I've been helping out. The new anthology or submission called Satan is Your Friend. That was kind of his idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's that. Okay. So if Mr. Deadman Made Me Do It is brutal now, that submission call is already kind of upsetting some people, I guess. I guess they find it going too far. I say it's not going far enough.
Several messages about it.
Yeah. Because apparently you could be close to horror, I guess close to have brutal images, but the moment you put Satan in it, that's a problem. It's like, okay, what?
It's just the
Did you
word.
have a problem listening to Slayer?
Satan's just misunderstood.
Yeah, that's all he is.
Yep. Oh dear God in heaven.
Well, no.
God kicked him out, remember? Kind of. I guess you want to believe that.
Becky, not Becky, the other one, Patty. Patty said my book is the scariest one ever. And it's not even a horror book intentionally.
No. But I tell you which book I'm going to get though. After talking with Mark Sheldon.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally have to get your books now.
Awesome.
You need to read I've read the first one.
You got to get a mullet wig to wear while you're reading.
Please don't grow a mullet, Jesse.
Please grow a mullet, Jesse.
Don't worry. I will listen. I will listen to the voice of reason, which is gonna be tomorrow after the shots of liquor that I consume. Mr. Sheldon, man, it's been great having you on the show.
It's been great being.
It's no problem, and I definitely enjoy
Please
talking
come
to you about
back.
books.
Absolutely.
I mean, definitely going to go out and buy it. I think a lot of people haven't heard what us talking about it. Are definitely going to buy it. Definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you sold me on just what is the name of the organization?
The Trusted Hierarchy of Everyday Murderers.
Yes, that's just classic right there.
Jesse, you may not apply for a job there.
Well, you can try.
No.
You can try.
You know what? We didn't even ask him what the interview process is. Man,
They find you.
Oh, they find you. Of course they do. Of course
so if they haven't called you yet, Jesse, there you
Keep
go.
on trying.
You already have your
they do.
answer.
Keep on trying, huh? Okay. All
But
right.
that doesn't mean kill your co-host.
Oh, shh. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
Whatever.
All right. Well,
That's
I
what
guess,
happened to
ladies and
last one,
gentlemen,
isn't it?
thank you so much for listening. You guys in the chat, you help us out a whole lot. You have no idea how much you are valued. Press the like button, share, subscribe, and you help make this possible. Otherwise, we'll just be talking to ourselves, and that would be not good. All right. So, with that,
Good night,
I'll take it
everybody.
easy.
Good night.
Night, Ken.
Night.
Night, Patty. Night, Alex.